Newcastle 1-1 Brighton, Seagulls hold top 6 seeking Magpies. Brighton and Newcastle United split the spoils from an entertaining 1-1 draw at St James Park on Saturday. Joel Veltman scored early for Brighton, but Sean Longstaff answered deep in first-half stoppage time before a scoreless second half led to a point apiece. Watch Newcastle vs Brighton full match replay. Newcastle move on to 57 points, 3 more than 7th-place Chelsea and 8th-place Manchester United. The Magpies finish with Man United and Brentford away, while their top 6 rivals have 3 matches left on the docket. The Seagulls ended a long winless run last time out versus Aston Villa, and put a crimp in another European contender's plans with this draw. Brighton's 48 points are good for 10th on the table. Seagulls get the goalkeeping to get the point. It's not easy to go to St James Park and get a point, especially when the Magpies have top 6 aims and your visiting side is making one of the longer treks in the Premier League amid a relatively meaningless run-in to the end of an exhausting Europa League congested season. 2 things helped Brighton in a big way. First, it must be said that the still-injured Magpies were forced to line up for fullbacks across the back, and only Dan Burn could be viewed as a traditional centre-back. The other facet was a very good day commanding the box by Brighton keeper Bart Verbruggen. He has not been a big-time shot stopper in his first season replacing Robert Sanchez, but he had one of his very best days on Saturday, and that got the Seagulls a point. Newcastle 1-1 Brighton player ratings. Newcastle's back line full of fullbacks did well, while Elliot Anderson's assist on 3 created chances stands out. Julio Enciso and Simon Adingra were busy going forward for Brighton, but Bart Verbruggen's 7 saves make him the real MVP. What's next? Newcastle go to Manchester United on Wednesday. Then Brentford on Championship Sunday. Brighton host Chelsea on Wednesday, then host Manchester United on Championship Sunday. How to watch Newcastle vs Brighton live, stream link and start time. Kick-off, 10 a.m. Eastern Time Saturday. TV channel, Peacock Premium. Online, Premier League on Peacock. Newcastle vs Brighton live updates, by Nick Mendola. Newcastle vs Brighton final score, 1-1. Goal scorers, Veltman 18-foot, Longstaff 45+5. Newcastle offside goal. Almiron gets behind the back line but left a split second too early, so his pass to Anthony Gordon for a goal is not going to stand. Changes. Both teams make changes as we near the final 20 minutes plus stoppage. Brighton put in Benicio Baker-Boadi and Jakub Moder for Buonanot and the scorer Veltman. Newcastle introduced Joe Linton, Miguel Almiron, and Harvey Barnes for Murphy, Isaac, and their scorer Longstaff. Newcastle chance after Brighton spell. It had been all Brighton in the first 13 minutes, but the Magpies get some real danger. Alexander Isak hits a pretty pass toward the back pass, but Tariq Lamptey does so well to get low and knife it out for what becomes a Newcastle corner. Brighton respond with a chance caught by Martin Dubravka. Halftime, Newcastle 1-1 Brighton. It's been entertaining, with 10 shots apiece and a FOTMOB counted 7 big chances. Newcastle has been superior given the even stats, and lead in XG1. 52 to 1.07, fair to say Eddie Howe and Roberto De Zerbi will have seen it playing out a bit like this. Sean Longstaff goal. Newcastle 1-1 Brighton 45+5 foot minute. Elliot Anderson's pass through traffic is turned into the goal by the right foot of Sean Longstaff. Joel Veltman goal. Newcastle 0-1 Brighton 18th minute. It's a corner for Brighton and Danny Welbeck heads it off his arm and toward the back post. Joel Veltman reacts well and pushes it over the line before Jacob Murphy can get to it. Hosts start well, Seagulls settle in. It was heavy Newcastle pressure and control to start, but Brighton have found their way into more of a 50-50 tussle. Newcastle United lineup. Dubravka, Livramento, Byrne, Croft, Hall, Guimaraes, Longstaff, Anderson, Gordon, Isaac, Murphy. Brighton lineup. Verbruggen, Igor Julio, Webster, Dunk, Veltman, Gross, Gilmore. Enciso, Buonanotte, Adingra, Welbeck. Newcastle United focus, team news. Out, Sandro Tonali suspension, Sven Botman knee, Jamal Lascelles knee, Lewis Miley back, Matt Targett Achilles. Joe Willock Achilles questionable, Kieran Trippier calf, Fabian Schär thigh. Brighton and Hove Albion focus, team news. Out, Kaoru Mitoma lower back, Jean-Paul Van Heck thigh. Evan Ferguson ankle, Solly March knee, Jack Hinchelwood ankle, James Milner thigh, Purvis Estupinan ankle questionable, Tarek Lamptey muscular, Joao Pedro ankle. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.